It is Saturday, December 16th, 2023, and you are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Que4.org. I am your host, Thomas Bottoms, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. How low, everyone?
Do we have a show?
We started.
Success!
Yay! I'm doing the best gift this year that Mikey, Chip, and we are taking next weekend off. We are going to recognize the birth of our Gourd and Shaver.
The what?
He will rise. That's our cheese and razor, right? Gourd and Shaver. Oh, Jesus. We're going to recognize Jesus.
My
And the
Uber
birth-
driver?
Just stop with that. No, I'm actually celebrating Christmas, so you can do whatever you want, but I'm celebrating Christmas.
Well, what happens if I want some three wise men to come to my house and give me some spice? The
You're
spice
not
is
doing
life.
that. Because you're not doing that.
Yeah, Thomas. We're going to celebrate Christmas like every Christian does every year with pagan rituals.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on from that. It's a really heavy rainy day here in Chicago. How you doing, Mikey Chip?
Feels like it should be November.
Yeah.
But, hey, it's not snowing, so this will be a foot of snow.
I
Mhm.
felt
At least.
I felt like a year, like 10 years ago, like the weather of the months like just shifted back 1 month. So we get November weather and in December. We get December weather in January. And then finally, February, we get some snow. And then it's like, well, it's going to be over by May. Was it Chicago, 9 months of winter?
Well, 2023 is on record as the warmest year we have ever recorded.
Oh, wow. And when we start recording?
In the 1870s, 60s. Like
1870s.
worldwide,
1800s.
worldwide, it is the warmest year ever.
And it will be beat by next year, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
So how are you doing today, Mikey Chip?
I didn't have to work. I'm good. The only thing I had to do was go to Benny's to buy the liquor for this show.
Yay, Benny's. And they also have really good potato chip choices that you can't get in the regular store. Old Bay potato chips, which we've used to make crab cakes. Yes.
Yeah, those aren't good for crab cakes. I'm just going to tell you right there.
Okay. We're joined by our atheist as F stand-up comedian, Jeff Hawks, advertising your atheism like some people advertise their cross. How are you doing today?
I would fine guying here actually through the rain because I was actually at one point thinking, does my car float? Because that was a concern one point. Because there's a street over there that's flooded already, man. It's like
Oh, yeah. So you drove here safely. There are a lot of idiots out there. We had to recognize, and that's horrible.
Yes, but we don't want to pick on Wisconsin too much. They're visiting. Let them enjoy themselves. They've never seen the big city, the food, indoor plumbing. So these are new things for them.
When I lived in Grandview, Missouri, one of the sewage ditches or whatever that was supposed to fill when it rained quickly would overflow, and so a pond would form, and we called it Pond Ballantrae. Right outside my little townhouse. We are joined, Jeff Hawks. You've got 2 weeks coming off for vacation, and you're going to hit some open mics. You're playing on the Red Room on Wednesday. What else you got going on?
Christmas vacation, sadly, going to Indiana to see family. Yes.
You know, Mr. Hawks, as you're a proud atheist, I do question you sometimes. Like, can we pray before our dinner? And you'd be one of those, like, God doesn't exist, so there ain't going to be no answer.
Well, no, I'm just lucky
No.
my family isn't religious, so that's not even a problem there. So
Okay. You don't have the
we
whole
find
argument.
they find other things to argue about, but the one thing we don't argue about is religion. So,
All right.
but they'll find other things.
We're also joined by Jim Barry, returning comedian. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm a little nervous. I'm probably going to have to go to confession for being this close to a heathen, this close to Christmas. But other than that, I'm doing all right. I would say probably the rain is your fault, a punishment from big guns upstairs. But yeah, other than that, my Yuletides are gay. I'm doing great.
All right. See, I have to say, with me on one side and Mr. Hawks on the other side, it's like you are now the cream in the Oreo cookie of heathenism. Our hearts are black. It's okay. Now, do you have any shows coming up? Any websites? How can people find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Jim Dingleberry. I'll be at open mics around the city. Jim Dingleberry, all one word.
Okay.
If you get lost, you can find it after a bowel movement. So I'm literally everywhere. And yeah, I've got shows coming up, so just check my Instagram out for all those details.
You know, after going to World Bear Pride this year, I do have to admit, especially in the sex room, dingleberries were everywhere. Seen some things a woman ain't supposed to see.
My reach knows no bounds.
The wipe knows no consequences. Now, someone who almost saw somebody get run over by a car on the way here, we've got returning guest Phil Burns. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just getting over. I've been sick the last 2 weeks, so I'm okay. I'm okay today.
Wait. So you almost saw somebody get run over?
Yeah,
So why did you push him out there?
I didn't. But I should have, because they almost smacked me down the Blue Line stairs.
I believe that. I believe that.
No, I would have tripped over them because they were watching their goddamn phone instead of watching the stairs.
Kind of like all of the drivers at that same intersection
Yeah.
right before we came to pick you up.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Well, she almost got hit where it says "stop for people crossing," and I almost got in a fight with the driver of the car if he had gotten out, but he turned the corner and drove off.
Again, I just want to say, let's be a little kinder and understanding of our Wisconsin friends that are visiting the city.
No, he was
No, our Wisconsin friends need to get the ever-living
Yes,
F
Illinois.
beaten out of them for driving in this city.
Yeah.
They do not deserve
They just
to
figured
drive
out-
in Chicago.
but they just figured out how to drive 10 minutes ago, man. Give them time.
Okay,
Illinois
no.
Illinois
They have to
plates.
get out at the city limits and have a city driver take over. They're not allowed to drive in Chicago.
To be fair, they could just easily be from Indiana.
Yeah,
This
That's
is
what I was
true.
going to point out. That just because you're supporting your home state don't mean they ain't bad drivers there.
Well, it actually just depends on what part of Chicago that this happened. See, because I know Indiana's on the south side, yes. Wisconsin, when we're closer to the north side, no, it's Wisconsin.
Well, I trust more people from Wisconsin driving than I do from Indiana.
Actually, it's usually Iowa people anyway.
Even worse.
The Iowa stands for idiots out wandering around, and sometimes they get so lost trying to find Des Moines they end up in Chicago.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Idiots out wandering around.
Yeah,
That's,
idiots
I
out
like
wandering
that.
around. I thought everyone knew that one.
No, I never heard
Oh.
it before. No.
That was like Kansas City common slang, common
No, I have been
knowledge.
to Iowa once, and the old expression. I was actually at Grinnell University, which, like the old saying goes, being in the middle of Iowa. It is in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. The closest town, Grinnell is the closest town, and they have, I think, 6 fast food restaurants, and the only family style restaurant is maybe 20 miles out of town. So yeah,
Yeah, it's there's not much there.
no.
Des Moines was coming up as a city, but then they also had to create West Des Moines because people felt that they had to be recognized for their snootiness. I'm not joking. It's like, I'm from West Des Moines. It's like, well, we live in Kansas City. We're an actual city. Like,
You're still from Iowa. That doesn't change
Yeah.
anything.
yeah. Iowa people like to tell you.
I was still in the title. You're still, yeah.
Iowa people like to tell you stories where they mention people that you have like no clue who they are, because it's like I don't know where you're talking about. I don't know this Joe person. Why would you think I knew him? Anyway, funny enough, we're gonna see him tonight. Moaning Joe, former guest. Sometimes we called him Urinal Joe, and then he almost hit me saying, "Don't call me that." He went with a friend to look at a job in the, we would say, the breadbasket of America. And she was supposed to be in Lincoln, Nebraska for like 3 nights to consider a job at the college there. And after the first night, she said, "We'll be leaving after the second night. This isn't for me." And apparently while I was growing up, my dad was offered a job in Lincoln, Nebraska. And my dad was he was cool with Window Rock, Arizona, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Denver, but with Lincoln, Nebraska, he's like, "No, we're not going there." Where are you from originally, Mr. Barry?
I am from Naperville, Illinois.
Okay.
Not something I
so
love to broadcast, but it is true.
You're at least from Illinois.
Now, I'm going to give a moment of respect here. A comedian, once I realized where he was from Springfield, Missouri. Kenny DeForest, Chicago-based comedian, had moved to New York City. He had been on Seth Meyer and a couple of other shows. He passed away this week at 38 in a bicycle accident in New York City. Did anyone know Kenny DeForest?
I think I saw him perform once.
Personally, I saw him perform a couple times. I'm sure he came to the open mic at 3160. I think I one time spoke to him because there was an odd thing. Like, there was a lot of comedians that night from Missouri, and we all doing Missouri jokes. And it's like, we could probably do a Missouri stand-up show, but don't know what happened to him. And 38's young, I guess. Kind of surprised. So may he rest in peace. Yeah. Very funny. We also lost Andre Brower at age 61, and then Ryan O'Neal passed away at 82. I was tempted to play the song Paper Moon in honor of his daughter Tatum, but Mikey said no.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, I did, after all this depression, I did finally watch a movie that made me happy. I don't know if you've seen it. Bad Grandpa by the people who did Jackass.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Knoxville, right?
Yes. Yeah, the makeup works really good. I did quickly pick up that, like, one of the scenes that he's doing in, like, Memphis, I'm like, that's not Memphis. And I Googled, like, the name, and it was like, oh, he was in Cleveland. It's like, yeah, what you do and you would not do in Memphis. Like, don't do that in Memphis. So I caught him in some lies.
Lies.
And Mike didn't want to watch it with me.
I still say a good Christmas movie to watch is Violent Nights.
I still have to watch that. Oh, Mikey, can we watch it with your mama next weekend?
You already know the answer to that. No.
Which one? Is that the new one that's in the theaters, or?
No, it came out. I think it's on Hulu.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's a cross between Die Hard and Home Alone.
Oh, it's the one with what's his name from Stranger Things.
Yes.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
David
it's a good one. It's a good one. It's good.
Yeah, and John Leguizamo's in it.
The music, they have a soundtrack to it to make it sound like make it look like it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's got
it is a Christmas movie.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean, but to really sell it while he's fighting people.
Yeah.
It's actually really well done. I thought it was, at first I thought it was kind of tacky, but it was actually good. No, it really is.
It's actually a combination of Die Hard, Home Alone, and Thor.
A movie I saw this week that I was surprised I liked, Barbie.
I watched that last night.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
It's a good movie.
It is such a good, cute. I cried at the end. I was not. I was surprised because I was on an airplane. It made me cry. But hey, but it's 5:15.
I haven't seen it yet, but so let's finish the Barbie conversation. Jim Barry, did it make you cry? Did Barbie cry?
It did not make me cry, but I did like it. Oh, it was a good movie. I don't understand why people were so upset.
I can cry at cat food commercial. It's not a big thing.
Did you ever play with Barbies as a kid? Or
I definitely destroyed one of my sisters. I made a weird Barbie, for sure.
Oh, so you made Kate McKinnon's character.
I did, yeah. My sister cried when that happened, so maybe that counts for something.
Put Barbie next to some firecrackers, blow her up.
See, I wanted to play with Barbie, but I wasn't allowed to because it was the 80s and they just didn't let boys do that. Should have also been one of the signs. But yeah, I tried to play with my friend's sister's Barbie, and I had to then play with G.I. Joe's.
I actually was shocked. I thought Ryan Gosling was actually very funny in it. That's the thing. He really tapped into his funny bone on that one.
But
well, I always wanted to have a black Barbie doll, and if I ever find one of the red gown Christmas black Barbie dolls, we might buy it as a Christmas decoration. All right, so for our first song, I fell into a YouTube rabbit hole, and they were like, oh, this year's MTV Awards was such a mess, and this year's Academy Awards was such a mess. And I remembered when Mikey and I went to my family reunion in 2017, a bar I performed at in Seattle was showing the MTV Music Awards. And a group I thought was like the Broadway backup dancers was actually Fifth Harmony. And I I think I only know one or two of their songs, so we're going to play their final hits. Only went to number 42 on Billboard. Here we have Down by Fifth Harmony featuring Gucci Mane.
Just walked in. A gangster and his bride just walked in. We on the same team and we ballin'. Got me showing up my ring like I'm Jordan. And I'ma hold you down like you hold me. And I never tell a soul what you told me. When I was sitting in the cell, that's when you showed me. It takes a real one to put her with the old me. That's why you in the coupe with the low seat. That's why we hit the game on the flow seats. With diamonds that they see from the nosebleed. You make a man feel like he want a trophy.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Down by Fifth Harmony featuring Gucci Mane, a number 42 Billboard hit in 2017, their last charting hit. As we saw in the video, the 5-member Fifth Harmony became 4 members. In the humble words of Showgirls, we can teach them to get it down, but none of them's got Crystal's heat. Nomi got heat. This is a huge because in the humble words of Mikey Chip, like, it would have to leave an impression for me to give it a nay. I need a man with patience because I have a bad temperament. Like, that's not a bad song idea, but it's all about, like, let me put my pee on you. Come on, girl. Like, let me do it for you. And the whole bam 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 bam, like, I'm in love in the shape of you kind of sound is it gets annoying very quickly. But it was almost one of those, I wonder if a song occurred. I also have to recognize, I think Fifth Harmony is that I want you to come home from work, and they're like in construction gear, and at one point, like, the woman like moved, and she like had like a flannel tied to her behind, and she had shook her behind in a way so you could see up the flannel that flew out, and you could see she was wearing denim shorts. But I always got the impression like she was passing gas. And one of the lines is like, you know how to eat my cake, and that's how good you know how I bake. And I'm like, is she gassy again? Like, I'm not... Hopefully she's using the electric stove, but... Because I don't think she can use most microwaves. God, now I'm attacking the group. Yeah, I understand now why I thought they were the Disney backup dancers. Meh. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh. Fifth Harmony featuring Gucci Mane down.
Pop music like this physically repels me. It's not meh because it does make an impression on me. None of which are good. I would, if I was say world dictator, like they'd be under the jail. Because like, oh my God, they're horrible. They are nothing but corporate non-music. It's not music. That's non-music. That's just somebody paid to put some beats together. And somebody who's like, does it rhyme? Okay, well then that's a song. That's all that is. It's utter trash.
They actually are a corporate group. They were
Yes.
on X Factor, and Simon Cowell created them. The
That
Spice
answers
Girls were more interesting and more
The
talented.
Spice Girls at least wrote some of their own stuff. There was some. I may not like their music, but I can't slag them as non-musicians. These aren't musicians. They're
swags.
dancers who get to sing.
Jeff Hawks. Yay, nay, man.
The song basically reminds me of what would happen if a teenage boy got a hold of a Mad Libs and tried to put as many sexual innuendos in it as possible, and then someone put a drum beat to it. And I love what is that holding me down? Like, what is this? What is the good side of that? I mean, usually, technically, that's considered a bad thing to be holding you down. Like, am I wrong?
I think it depends on context.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, is there a safety word involved in this context? No, it's what Mikey said. Yeah, it's a corporate song. They wrote this in like 5 minutes, put a drum beat, and threw it out
Do you
there.
think it took that long?
Well, they had to get coffee at some point.
Okay.
But no, there's no way in nay.
I have to also believe the video took place in Las Vegas because normally they don't let the hose work the parking lot. So,
Oh yeah, that was a broken down motel. They just let's do that. Yeah. Let's really sell this to everybody. You know, there's not enough sexual innuendo in the music. We need to have the backdrop, make them all look like prostitutes. That's what we're selling.
I felt like when one of the Gossip Girls, the brunette in the late 2000s, late O's, she tried to launch a pop career and she couldn't dance. So as we saw with Fifth Harmony, like when in doubt, just ride. Just shake it up, girl. That's all you got. I'm sorry. Jim Barry, yay, nay, meh.
I'm starting to understand why this is their last hit.
Yeah, I forgot. That's the first thing he says. Like, it's our last hit.
Yeah, it's all coming together. I wish somebody could hold down my ears during that song.
And that's using that word "hit" to its stretching it to
Yeah,
its
number
greatest
42
proportion.
must have been a slow week. Yeah, it feels like this feels like the kind of song they'd be playing at like Kohl's after hours.
Oh, no.
Kohl's has some good deals. Why are you putting
Yeah.
the store down like that?
They do. But I mean, I don't know how much Kohl's cash I would need to listen to this song again. And also Gucci Mane's raps were the corniest thing I'd ever heard. Could have done without that completely, which is really saying a lot. So I'd say it's. I wouldn't give it a thumbs down because, as you said, I don't know if I care enough about it to hate it. But I feel very indifferent.
Very meh.
Yeah.
Very meh. Yeah, Gucci Mane's like, here, Bonnie and Clyde coming in. A gangster and his bride coming in. It's like,
So lame.
You know, you're singing about, like, there's 4 women on this song. Like, which one are you? Is this a...
I'm a white boy from Naperville, Illinois, and I think that's corny. So I don't know what that tells you.
I think they were both written separately. Like the girls, whoever wrote their song, and then he wrote that, and they decided, let's just put them together. It makes no sense, but we're just gonna slam it in there, you know?
I mean, anyone that likes the song isn't gonna notice anyway.
Nah,
so.
I know. At the strip club that most likely this is on rotation
Yes.
probably doesn't care.
Could you even really strip to this? Like, down, like it's unenthusiastic twerking. It's...
Let's get to Phil because he's shaking his head. He's the expert on this.
All right,
apparently.
Phil, yay, nay, man.
I've seen more talented paraplegic hookers on Fremont Street in Vegas. I've seen a one-legged hooker that could dance better than them on Fremont Street.
You spent a lot of time on Fremont Street.
No kidding.
I went there for my 40th birthday.
Must have been a good one.
It was one on my bucket list, and I did some bucketing.
Yeah. You were at Fremont. There was drinking and apparently a lot of prostitutes.
So considering how much money it costs to live on Fremont Street now,
Again, this was a few years ago.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
So yay, nay, meh?
I give it a nay minus.
Nay minus.
Nay minus. I mean, I'd rather. I hate to say it. And I said this a couple weeks ago. I'd rather listen to the Brady Bunch doing American Pie.
Ooh.
I'd rather listen to Diamante Gallus. The thrill is gone.
I'd rather listen to my own singing in the shower.
Well, I'm actually a good singer, so I can't say.
Oh, I'm
anything
not.
about
I've had Homeland Security called on me.
Now, did you heterosexual males find the women at least attractive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
They were attractive too.
That's the. I'd say that's the only attraction.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I mean, you could have muted and just let them shake their asses.
So, do we have our ha-ha ready? Rudy Giuliani is hit with $148 million defaming 2 Georgia election workers.
Oh God! Yeah.
And these are the 2 women that mother and daughter, right?
Yeah.
They had to move. They were passing a flash drive, and it was a ginger mint. And they basically ruined these 2 women's lives for no reason.
Well, they said there were suitcases full of ballots under desks. You know what? I worked the elections here. I'm an election judge, and when all of the voting is done and we empty out the ballot counters, yes, there are cases of ballot. Well, not cases, maybe 180 paper ballots. We put them in a plastic bag and seal the plastic bag. There's no way to change it. No way at all. I mean, that's not just the paper ballots you use. It's also the electronic paper ballot, the screen ballots. There's no way. And I don't care. Unless you've worked the elections, and that orange-skinned yam-brain moron that thinks he's going to win all these 4 trials against him, if he ever worked for a living and did this for a living, he'd know he's 199% wrong.
Well, no, that's the thing. He does know he's wrong. He does know he's wrong. That's why he's having trials, because he knows he's wrong.
No, he's admitting it. I'm innocent.
Okay. But Giuliani is my favorite because after he lost this case, he said, "Well, we're gonna argue it and appeal and I'll have the evidence." I'm like, so you're gonna bring the evidence to the appeal, but you didn't bring it for the case here.
Yeah.
You are a legal genius, Giuliani. I didn't think of that.
Well, an interesting point, and this was brought up on the right over here, is that Giuliani invented the RICO indictment.
He was one of the first ones to use it. He didn't
Right.
invent
and
it.
he's being charged with the RICO violations now.
Well, one of them anyway. He's also had that sexual harassment suit too, and all the money he owes, he's going to have to put in a lot of time on Cameo.
Well, the thing is it's ironic because he also got sued by Dominion. So
Yeah.
he's actually being sued for almost $1 billion.
Well,
Oh,
if he needs
gosh.
more cash, he can always just sue whatever company made his hair dye that was just beating down his face.
He can
was-
get a couple
that
out
was-
of that.
that was
Yeah,
the
a little
stuff-
bit, not enough to cover it, but
I mean, yeah.
you know,
That's
put
the
it down.
stuff. That's the stuff you buy when you want to polish your shoes.
And it looks like that.
I think it's oil from a tractor that he got when he's doing that press conference in front of the lawn care place.
That was next to
Four
the
Seasons.
sex shop where
Yeah, I know.
where he bought some dildos.
It was
On
that was
Fremont Street.
that was the worst. The only thing that could have made that moment worse for Giuliani is if the dude from the sex shop walked out and say, "Hey, that dildo you ordered a couple weeks ago, it came in, Rudy. So as soon as you're done, just come on over. It's in a bag waiting for you."
All right, so it's
Orange, you asked for orange, right? It's in there.
What gets me though is the pictures of him and Trump on the golf course with their old man pants up. The waist of their pants are all the way up to their bottoms of their.
Yeah, I see people do that. That's like the weirdest thing ever.
All right,
It's like
we got to move on. We got to move on.
all right. So it's 5:30. We're going back to 1985. This was a Billboard number 5 hit. We've got Mike and the Mechanics. All I Need Is a Miracle.
I said, go if you wanna go, stay if you wanna stay. I didn't care if you hung around me, I didn't care if you went away. And I know you were never right, I'll admit I was never wrong. I could never make up my mind, I made it up as I went along. And though I treated you like a child, I'm gonna miss you for the rest of my life. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. I never had any time, and I never had any call, but I went out of my way just to hurt you, for one I shouldn't hurt at all. I thought I was being cruel, yeah, I thought I was being strong, but it's always the same story. You never know what you got till it's gone. If I ever catch up with you, I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. If I ever catch up with you, I'm gonna love you for the rest of your life. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. All I need is a miracle. 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 All I need is a miracle.
You You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was All I Need Is a Miracle by Mike and the Mechanics from 1985, a number 5 Billboard hit. For those who did not know, the Mike of the Mike and the Mechanics is Mike from Genesis. He is the guitarist in Genesis. Phil Collins was also doing his solo side projects while with Genesis. And Phil Collins was the sexy member of Genesis. The lead singer we're hearing, his name is Paul Young. Different Paul Young. He's was in a group called Sad Incorporated, I believe, a British group. Don't know much about them. Not to be confused with Paul Young, Every Time You Go Away. Paul Young, with his raspy
Okay,
voice.
that you're confusing folk now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know who we were talking about.
We're now talking about Mike and the Mechanics, with Mike being the guitarist from Genesis. And this was white people rocking. The 80s threw up again on the show. But the lyrics are pretty consistent of he was in a relationship. He kind of did not treat the person right. He recognizes he didn't treat the person right. He wants to make amends, but all he needs is a miracle to get this person back, because all I need is you. I'm giving this one a yay minus. I didn't hate it. It's the second time hearing it in the week, and I'm like, okay, I'm all right. I'm not sure I'm going to revisit this anytime soon, but it's a yay minus. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
Nah. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't good either. And in the video, all of the men had permed mullets.
Well, the old man had good hair.
No, he didn't.
The Asian men had good hair.
No.
That's because they cut you short.
We're not talking about them. I don't care about them. We're talking about the band. They all had perm mullets, and that just makes me look down on them. But I'll give it a meh.
Jeff Hawks, yay, nay, meh.
All right, first, I grew up in the 80s, obviously. I've heard this song several times. I'm going to give the song itself a yay, because I actually like the song. It's a good song. I've never watched the music video before. I want to give a separate vote to the music video with giving it a nay for the music video, because as you just explained what the song is about, the music video has nothing to do with that whatsoever. You said about a relationship. There's no chick in that music video. It's him stealing money from some rich old dude, and the old dude chasing after him, keeping up with the bike, might I add, which I thought was very interesting for him to do that. Almost trying to get his money back from an underground betting parlor, Chinese betting parlor, not dying, holding onto a dog, and then another rich dude giving him a ton of money because he had the dog, apparently. Makes no sense whatsoever to the music. Like these things had nothing to do with one another. Again, it's a good song, but the music video was terrible.
Terrible.
For 80s standards, no less.
Terrible.
At least other 80s videos, at least try to tell a story that goes along with the music. This didn't even attempt to do that.
I did one time have a situation where a date had lost his cell phone in the taxi, and then I was able to call his cell phone the next day, and the taxi driver was like, "Oh yeah, I'll stop by and give it to you." As I worked, I was working next at a place that Giuliani gave a press conference to, and when the taxi driver gave back the cell phone, I then I tipped him $10. I thought that was nice. Was that good?
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
But Thomas, hold on. One last thing. The lead singer was the one on the bike, right? In that music video that took the money?
No. We never actually see the guy.
Because I thought it was the lead singer, and I was thinking, you don't need a miracle. You got that dude's wallet. You're fine.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know if we saw the guy on the bike, and Frank, because at one point the guy just loses sight of the guy, and then he just sees a bike in front of a building. It's like, well, this must be the place. It's New York City. There's only one bike. It's got to be in here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a reverse. A nay on the song, but a yes for the music video. I was thoroughly entertained. I could tell this was Reagan era 80s because the messaging was very clear in the video. Do not trust the Chinese. And when you're in trouble, a rich white man will come and save the day. So it all tracks. It all
That was
tracks.
before trickle-down economics.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well,
good
no,
point.
but that was Britain. That was Thatcherite times.
Yeah,
So
this would
it's
have
the
been
same
the
thing.
year.
So,
the year.
Well, she actually started in 79, so this was 6 years into her.
Yeah, I was entertained. Yeah, a lot of tight denim going on.
Oh, yeah.
And for one, I like a good mullet. I think it's great. As somebody that could never grow one,
It's a
I can
permed
respect
mullet,
it.
though.
Oh, yeah.
That takes a
mullet.
level of dedication that I can only hope to have in life. So I respect it.
If only the perm mullet had like 2 different colors in it, and then he'd be really 80s.
That'd be fantastic.
They had the same hair as Saavik in Star Trek 3, which came out this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that, she had that same perm mullet.
Oh.
And this was the replacement Kirstie Alley, because Kirstie Alley got too big to go back to Star Trek 3.
Well, it was one
Oh,
of
the
those.
Search for Spock.
Yes.
Yeah.
That San Francisco one?
No, that was
That
4.
was the 4.
That's 4.
That was 86.
Yeah, with Kirstie Alley, it was one of those. They were increasing her amount of work and then decreasing her salary.
Yeah.
That she was like, no, I'm being booked for other stuff. Phil
up on
Birds,
shares.
yay, nay, meh. All I need is a miracle.
What 80s movie was this?
That was no 80s movie. That was the actual
Give
video.
it an A then. Give it an A. And the miracle was the rich guy that got robbed first getting the money from the other rich guy for finding the rich guy's dog.
And what an insane amount of money for finding a dog.
It was a
Yeah,
rare-
no,
that was a
it was-
lot of cash.
It was a
That's
rare
why I
dog.
thought it's not Reagan's era, because they wouldn't give up that much money for a dog.
No.
Well, you're also right that we, the viewer, Jim Barry, you point out, like we didn't see who rode the bicycle, so he saw a bicycle, went into the gambling arena.
No, he didn't. We saw the guy on the bike though. He was Chinese.
That's all we saw. So he goes into a room of Chinese people and promptly like
Just starts
attacks
grabbing money.
one and takes the money.
Yes, because as I was pointing out too, it's always a smart idea. You're in an underground gambling facility. Just grab somebody's money. Nothing
Well,
bad is going to happen, right?
Nothing.
Well, he saw the bike outside. It was the bike that was ridden when he got robbed. So
There we go. There we go. So this was chosen because last Sunday,
yeah, why did you choose it?
Mikey, Chip, and I, we watched the movie Spencer with Kristen Stewart, and at the end of the movie, she plays this song and she rocks out with it with her kids. I was surprised how good of an actress Kristen Stewart is. I recommend watching the movie Spencer, and it's actually kind of done as a horror movie. It gave more of a vibe of the 1960s version of The Haunting than like a period British royal drama. And then we compared it by watching The Crown, where what they did in 2 hours in Spencer, The Crown was like 5-10 minutes. And Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And The Crown, like, she's kind of having enough. Mikey, Chip, you're deep into it. No one watches The Crown. And then the final episodes came out. No.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to talk about The Crown. I hate the royal family, but I love the show.
No, I
love the
watched
drama.
Reacher yesterday, season 2.
Oh, Reacher.
Not Reach Around, Reacher.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't been watching that one.
Well, there's going to be 8 episodes, but they had 3 episodes Thursday night, Friday, but they're only going to do 1 episode a week until sometime in January, which irks the hell out of me.
Well, if he starts doing a reach around, then I'll watch.
No, watch. If you're going to watch this series,
You're going to have to watch it on a different channel altogether.
watch the first.
No, that's OnlyFans.
Season 1.
I was thinking Pornhub.
No, it's exactly. No, this is
more in my budget.
Actually, that's a really good, really quick, before we go to 545, that's a really good segue. We're going to use that. Because apparently today, the Daily Caller, it's a conservative website, decided to air a video of Democratic staffers on the Hill. The Democratic staffers were gay, and getting it on in the Senate Judiciary Room. So the Daily Caller, put gay porn on their website. Like, they didn't edit the video because it was the couple recording themselves and then recording, like panning up to show where they were. And you saw the seal of the Senate, and then going back to, what you were there to look at. So how many gay porn sites are going to have a Senate judiciary scene now? Like that, I give it a week. Maybe two.
I'm surprised the Daily Caller put it out there. I'm surprised it wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene, because she's known for putting out, porn on all the time.
And Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
The
It
Republicans
makes you wonder about Ted Cruz.
The Republicans have reached the level of, I was so offended by this graphic sex. Come look.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor, look at Biden's penis. Everyone, look at it. Look at his penis.
I mean, it's not bad looking, but it's 5:45.
All right, so used in the Crown
I don't
TV
want to know
show.
what that means.
We're going back to 1995. It was a number 13 UK hit. We've got Portishead with Glory Box.
I'm so tired of playing with this bow and arrow. Gonna give my heart away, leave it to the other girls to play. For I've been a temptress too long. Give me a reason to love you. Give me a reason to I just wanna be a woman.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680 Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Glory Box by Portishead, a UK number 13 hit in 1995. This one gets a huge yay, yay, yay. I'm a huge fan of trip hop. The song is about yearning and having way too many broken hearts and just wanting someone to love, and she wants to feel like a woman. Long before Halle Berry and Monsters Ball said, "Make me feel like a woman," she wants to feel like a woman. So it's yay. It carries the themes, the longing, sticks to the themes. The video, first time ever seeing the video, and I think the female lead singer was in male drag, and then some members of the band were in female drag, because I was like, those people don't look right, but they're also British, and so British people also don't look right, so I don't know what I'm saying there, but this song's a huge yay, yay, yay. I own Portishead's second album, but not their third. I'm sorry, not their first, and I probably need to get this. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
Yeah, I'm shocked we actually didn't have this, because I know I had this CD on some point, but that may have not survived the purges of 2000. So
They got Thanos snapped.
well, I was broke and had a giant CD collection and needed to eat. So some CDs were lost.
I didn't look as maybe I should.
I just picture Mikey Chip with like the gauntlet, and he snaps his finger. Half of these CDs must go to survive.
Well, yeah, I love this song. I mean, yes, that I thought I'm surprised we didn't have this on CD. It's Portishead. There's nothing else to say. This is what I was listening to in 1996, 1995. So this is unlike Fifth Harmony, this is what I want to hear. At least that time period. What I want to hear. So yeah, I love this song. That's it.
See, I'm a huge collector, Mr. Jeff Hawks, and I've absorbed other people's CD collections, and there has got to a point like, do I really need to keep this? Is there a novelty? And then I remember we do the April Fool's Day shows here, and then it's like, oh, I can use this song about the
and torture
screaming
and
Yoko
torture your
Ono.
guests.
Yes, I've already plotted.
Yeah.
Jeff Hawks, yay, nay, may, Glory Box by Portishead.
It's Portishead. I was listening to this in the 90s too as well. Portishead is awesome, man. I can't. Here's the thing. Her voice is great, and she has such range. And here's the thing, and I've not really noticed this until now. Their guitarist, damn, he's good.
Oh yeah,
Like he's got that bluesy. I mean, he really knows how. Like, this is like the music you listen to chill at. Like, this is not like, this is just, you're gonna chill, and this music's gonna help you do that.
Well, to place it in my Uber at that time period, when I was coming down from rolling back from raves in the late 90s, I was probably listening to this.
I was gonna say something about that, but I was like, I ain't gonna mention it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, there's drugs being used, but even without drugs, it's good music. So I'm gonna give it a yay.
Give it a yay. I recognize with the bass line a little bit and her vocal style of singing, it was channeling a lot of 1930s blues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
jazz.
she was
Julie London.
It was. She's got a good voice, but then she gets really like raw with it. I guess I don't know how else to explain it. And the guitarist is just great. Like that bass. I think it's actually a rhythm guitar, isn't it? Yeah, it's a rhythm guitar. He's good. So yeah.
All right. Jim Berry, yay, nay, or meh?
To be a yay, yeah. Good song, great vocals, good beat, good music. Only gripe is there really wasn't enough to make fun of. It was just a good song. It was a pretty good music video too.
I know. It's a rarity for Thomas to actually play.
Like, and savor.
Yeah.
Savor this moment.
Yeah. This is the one time that happens. After that, after a few shows, no, it won't ever happen for a while.
I hope not. Yeah, no, I liked it. Overall, it was solid. I can't say it was what I was listening to 95 because I was not alive. But if I was, it probably would be.
Were you horribly depressed in your early 20s, teen years?
Yes. But I had my own era's music for
Era's
that.
depression.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What do depressed kids listen to now?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Answer.
Is trap rap still a thing?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say I think that was like 2016.
Oh.
No, yeah, it's 8 years later. They do different stuff.
I haven't listened to modern radio in
Phoebe
a
Bridgers,
long time.
things like that.
Who?
Who that woman?
Phoebe Bridgers.
I have no idea. Who
She's
that
a real sad lady.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always one of those, like, they're like, oh, this movie is so sad and depressing. And I'm like, you don't know what I watch. Like, you don't know what Leaving Las Vegas, one of the most depressing films ever. No, not really.
I've never been happier than when I'm leaving Las Vegas. What a garbage town.
Oh, goodness,
Oh,
yes.
Lordy, yes.
Phil Birds, yay, nay, meh.
I give it a yay. Borderline blues is always great, and a good blues guitar, wow. I give it a yay. She's close to Julie London, real close.
I could tell that
Yeah.
she was singing in a jazz blues style.
She
over
probably
the trip.
listens to Julie London.
Yeah. Well, she can't now because Julie London's dead, but yeah.
Well, this was the 90s. She would've-
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Her discography's out there. I have a couple of collections.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Wow, where are we going with this? Goodness, it's
There's a reason for the song.
Oh yeah, the reason for the song was it was on The Crown, and the Crown ended with child number one marrying Kate Middleton. But they didn't get to Harry.
No,
marrying Meghan
it
Markle.
ended on Charles marrying that Shand woman.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, no, that was the last episode. It was him marrying the Shand woman.
No one has the hatred for the Shand woman. The first 4 episodes, though, dealt with Princess Di, and I thought the lead actress, who had watched Kristen Stewart's performance, you could tell where she was picking up on a lot of it. But this was Di being a little bit more calmer and trying to decide where she wants to go with her life, with the big theme being she loved her kids. She straight up loved her 2 boys, wanted to spend as much time with them as possible. So, well, we'll get this out here. Texas, they wouldn't let that pregnant woman have her abortion with the unhealthy fetus, even though she had 2 kids. She wanted to have the kid, but it's like it's going to die within a couple hours, and you may never have
dead.
kids again.
No, it's dead in her.
Oh, it was already dead in her.
Oh, now it is? Because
Well,
this is
well,
when
now
they
she's already had. She's left the state and had an abortion.
Yeah.
So
But the fetus was dead.
No, it would have died within a year.
it was no. It was less. It was. I thought it was
It's like
die,
till-
like within like being born. Like,
Yeah, pretty much like
no,
within an
depends.
hour, they said
Yeah.
basically.
Sometimes sometimes they are actually born alive, but for the most part, they don't live long. But Texas says no. If it's in you, you have to carry it.
She had to already leave the state to have it.
She went to New Mexico, I think.
And then the Supreme Court for Texas said, well, we weren't going to grant you one anyway.
Well, no, that's why she left the state. Cause
She left because they actually gave her permission for the abortion, but then the attorney general stepped in.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is again, they made the decision, but then this one lone douchebag decided, hold on a minute.
and this was
I have no medical degree whatsoever, and I'm sticking my nose in somebody's business, even though there was a decision made. But I'm going to turn that around because I think that's a good idea.
No. He threatened the hospitals and the
well, no,
doctors.
he just wants to. He recently was impeached and he won his impeachment, so he's basically throwing his dick around, trying to make people think he's powerful. The only positive thing about this is like, well, it's not going to really help the Republicans separate them from wanting to stop abortions, like, just reminding people, just like, hey, that's what Republicans are going to do. They're probably going to do worse too. Like take away contraception.
A couple months ago, my niece was visiting me. She noticed something, and she was only out here for like a day or two. But since then, I've been noticing this too. and I'm wondering if the rest of you do. But have you been noticing there's a lot of cars in Chicago with Texas plates?
I've seen
and
it.
I have
Florida
noticed.
Tennessee. I have seen so
Yeah.
many Tennessee plates.
I've seen so many Texas and Florida plates. My niece was pointing out, that guy has Florida plates. That guy has Florida plates.
I've seen a lot of Tennessee
I-
and Texas, but Tennessee's
Texas,
the one's
yes.
been sticking out to me.
But I've been seeing a lot of Texas and Florida plates in Chicago, and this was like started months ago. I mean, I get it now, holidays, maybe you came out here, but months ago was not the holidays.
Yeah, people might be fleeing those states.
There's actually, I'm going to say this, and then we got to move to the 6
Yeah.
o'clock. But there is actually, they've shown that like most of the colleges in Florida have like 50% fewer admissions this coming year.
Oh.
Like it between 30 and 50, depending on the specific college, but. There's very little in out of state, and
Well-
even most of the people in state. But we got to move to 6 o'clock.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock, everyone.
I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. You just want to drive my car far away from here. Leave me out there with my cat, drive home and have a beer. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell. I just can't decide if you shall have or not my flat. You just want to live right here without me and my cat. But I'm born to raise hell. You just want to drive my car far away from here. Leave me out there with my cat, drive home and have a beer. But I'm born to raise hell. Yes, I'm born to raise hell.
It is Saturday, December 16th, 2023, and you are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org, bringing you a show with no budget, no future, no morals, aiming low for success. Hello, everyone.
Is there a show?
We're halfway there.
Success!
Finally!
Yes, we're not living on a prayer, and we already had our miracle. All I needed was that miracle. All I needed was you. All I need is a miracle. All right. I'm your host, Thomas Bottoms. We are brought here with my partner in crime, Mikey Chip. How are you doing?
I'm good.
As you saw in the apartment, I started the Christmas decorating. The flask we got in Austria, the Christmas flask with Santa and a deer, and it says ho ho ho, and there's even a little shot glass that says ho ho ho. I put it up.
I saw.
So tomorrow I'll go downstairs and grab all the other Christmas decorations and bring them up.
Okay, we just gotta put them high enough so little Tyrone doesn't knock them everywhere.
Well, we don't put up the tree, but I do like that box of 12 Days of Christmas, which I thought maybe I would like make special treats or candies and hide them in the 2012 boxes for you, Mikey Chip. But I saw how you are with advent calendars, and so I knew it wasn't really worth the... Oh, well, considering Christmas is only like 9 days away, I guess you could work through 12 boxes in 9 days.
Yeah, I don't care about advent calendars, so...
So, for those who don't know, Mike views advent calendars similar to a bag of M&Ms. Like, he just kept opening the days, and it's like it wasn't even supposed to start
It's
yet.
a tiny piece of chocolate for this one day. I'm full.
A, was never raised Catholic, and B, I'm not Christian, so I'm like, I really don't care. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Plus, I don't think it has anything to do with religion, to be honest.
Yeah, I really just there was peanut butter cup. I really wanted a peanut butter cup, and I was stoned.
because God put that peanut butter cup in the calendar, and you can only open on that day. Says the Bible, I guess. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go, but yeah, you get the idea, though, right?
It's okay. I always liked them as kids, and I would wait, but I learned with Mikey Chip the 2 times I got him an advent calendar, like he doesn't wait.
It's like you were like Bad Santa in that movie. Remember that?
I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen that one. Did he just eat from the advent?
Yeah, he got
calendar?
drunk and he opened up the advent calendar and emptied it, but he felt bad, so he put other stuff in there and tried to close it up for the kid, and it was like Advil in there and a Tic Tac maybe or something. Anyway.
Moving on.
All right, Jeff Hawks, we've got you, returning guest. I think you and I are gonna hit an open mic on Wednesday. How are you doing today?
I'm here, so I've made bad choices.
You think you're the first man to look me in the eye and call me their bad choice? You think you the first man? We talked about, the CDs. Yeah, you've been to my house, Jeff. You see how many CDs I have, and then I just recently inherited a friend, may he rest in peace, his collection. And he was a big fan of the rock band The Damned. And so I literally have to say, what can I do with all these damned CDs?
Cast him into a fire!
We almost actually played a song. He was really big into Nina Hagen, so I played her Nina Hagen on Ecstasy pop album. And uniquely enough, the one song I liked on the album was the same one song Mikey Chip liked on the album. And then we didn't like the rest of the album. But we might play that for you, Jeff Hawks. Next time you're here, we'll play some Nina Hagen.
Yay!
I'm on ecstasy. You want to jump
Okay,
down?
we're moving
Kill
on.
me.
All right, I'm sorry. We also joined by returning guest Jim Barry. How are you doing today,
Hello,
Jim?
hello. I'm doing very well. Yeah.
You reminded us you were not a depressed teenager in the 90s because you had not been born.
No. Maybe my dad's balls were depressed. I'm not sure. Up until the point I was conceived, maybe, but I'd rather not think about it. But yeah, I'm doing fine now. I'm just a depressed adult like everybody else.
Could you imagine all the people born in 1977, 78 who were conceived to You Light Up My Life by Dead?
They all have brain damage.
Well, no, it was more like Isaac Hayes. But, yeah.
Well, you can understand Isaac Hayes or like Barry White. Like, oh, those songs were sexy. You Light Up My Life or... God, Kenny G, Michael Bolton.
Actually,
No.
saying when you say giving the time frame, you could have been conceived to the Macarena.
I'd rather not think about it.
Hey, Macarena.
Sadly, I was the 70s. I'm just hoping, like, was it a Clash early album? Please say it was not disco. Please say.
Well, no, disco's good, but
What if you were conceived to like Afternoon Delight by the Starland vocal?
I would use that as an excuse for why I drink.
Afternoon Delight. Oh God. I can now picture your father taking your mama by the hand and leading her as he sang that song.
Sky rockets in flight.
If you knew my parents, you'd know flat out. Yeah, that would be. They would have to be high at that point.
Oh gosh. So what you have a website and anything coming up, Jim Barry?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Jim Dingleberry, all one word. I got some shows coming up, and I'll be at open mics around the city. So just check my Instagram for more details.
All right, I'm not on Instagram. Is it good?
I hear it's good. The kids seem to like it.
Thomas,
you don't.
Thomas, are you still banned from Instagram? Is that what you're telling us, or
I'm banned from Twitter.
He's banned from X.
My actual personal email address is still AOL from April 1997. So I think my email address is older than Jim Barry.
No, I'm a year older.
Oh, okay. Whew. All right, I was scared a little bit.
with
there.
email, not in real life?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
All right. We've got also Phil Burns. How are you doing, Phil?
I'm doing okay.
Phil, you brought us liquor, alcohol, and you brought Mikey and I some meat and cheese and chocolate.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Hey, it's Christmas. What do you want?
How are you spending the holidays?
Hopefully I don't hear anything from my son
Okay.
or anybody else.
Do we need to reenact like that Macy's Christmas commercial where the young girl realizes that man's all alone, so she knocks on his door and leaves like a creepy present, and he feels good about it?
All Phil wants for Christmas is leave me alone.
All right, we need to move on.
I'm surprised no one's ever parodied that commercial and like the little girl gives like mama's used panties.
No, the day,
Okay, moving on.
the day you
All right,
gotta
Thomas,
worry.
we need to move on. We need
The
to
day
move
you
on.
gotta worry is the Christmas Eve when I watch It's a Wonderful Life.
God, I hate that movie. I hate that movie so much.
I like the Married with Children version though, where Sam
Oh.
Kinison is like, "Al, buddy, I'm giving you no
Moving
reason to
on.
live."
Moving on. We
Okay,
need to
so we're
move
doing
on.
our cover wars. We're going back to 1967 with a song written by Smokey Robinson, but performed by the Marvelettes. Went to Billboard number 13. The Hunter Gets Captured by the Game versus Blondie in 1982 off their The Hunger album.
Every day things change and the world puts on a new face. Certain things rearrange and this old world seems like a new place. Oh yeah, secretly I've been trailing you like a fox that preys on a rabbit. I had to get you, and so I knew I had to learn your ways and habits. Ooh, you were the catch that I was after. But I looked up and I was in your arms, and I knew I had been captured. What's this old world coming to? Things just ain't the same. Anytime the hunter gets captured by the game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I had laid such a tender trap. news that I got caught. What's this whole world coming to? Things just ain't the same. Anytime the hunter gets captured by the game. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Q4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was our cover wars. Hunter Gets Captured by the Game, written by Smokey Robinson, given to the Marvelettes, that became a Billboard number 13 hit in 1967. Covered by Grace Jones, but I wasn't able to find a version of it. And then covered by Blondie off their 1982 album, The Hunger, the last Blondie album for about 17 years until they came out with No Exit in 1999. I'm going to give both songs a yay, but I have to say the Marvelettes one was a bit more mellow, and it's also just very wordy, telling this story about trying to set a trap, trying to capture this man, only to find out he's captured her. So they both get a yay, but I'm actually giving it to Blondie. I think Debbie Harry's voice has a little bit more personality. I really like the jazzy, bluesy feel, the drums and guitar and bass on this one. Debbie Harry would, in the interim between Blondie and coming back to them, she would actually tour with a jazz band in the 90s at some point, and explore more of a jazz bluesy side. And she's got the pipes for it. I think she's really good. So it goes to Blondie, but they both get a yay. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh. The Hunter Gets Captured by the Game, Marvelettes versus Blondie.
Although the Blondie version was better, I hated both of these songs. Just the Marvelettes was just so boring. It was meh. Like, no, I don't want to hear that. And the Blondie is just not what I want to hear from Blondie. I know they were trying to branch out, but I don't want to hear that. So I would just hit next on this song. I would just not listen to. Oh God. Even my favorite musicians have songs I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I'm not listening to it. This is one of those for Blondie.
Well, after hearing your opinion, Mikey, I have to say, things just ain't the same. All right. Jeff Hawks, yay, nay, meh. Marvelettes versus Blondie.
The first one was like Muzak. The second one was like Muzak, but with Blondie. I just don't like the song. I just don't. I like Blondie from the 80s. A lot of good songs there. And I get the era that the Marvelettes and a lot of the songs from that. Good. But this is not a good song. It's not. Like, someone thought, wow, that's a boring song. I bet I can make it worse. Like and usually when you remake a song, you try to make it at least a little better, but it didn't get any better. It didn't. I'm sorry. Just nay on both of them.
Nay on both of them.
I'll say a little yay them because I like Blondie, and Debbie Harry does it. Yeah, she's got a great voice, a lot of good songs from that time. This ain't one of them.
Jim Perry, Marvelettes versus Blondie.
I think I chose two good songs to go to the bathroom during.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I heard both versions, but honestly, when it switched from one to the other, I didn't notice.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't notice anything too.
So I would say, yeah, and I wouldn't say they were bad. I would, truly just indifferent towards both.
Yeah, it's like music in an elevator. That's what
yeah,
I look
totally. It's definitely elevator music. Yeah, no real opinion, just kind of background music.
See, if I could ever do an April Fool's Day prank in an office building, I would play like some of the like deep goth cuts or like My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult, like evil stuff, and have that be the elevator music. Rah, rah, rah,
Wait. Thomas wants to torture people with music. Shocking.
I think it'd be funny. Phil Burns, yay, nay, man.
Okay, was the reason seriously that Hunter gets captured by the game? Was this have something to do with the
We'll
the
get
House
to
of
the message.
Representatives
Well,
sending a subpoena for a closed door trial with Hunter Biden?
Yeah,
Hearing
this was the lead into the talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
Hunter
that's what I
Biden
thought
and
about.
Trump.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we all know that, Phil. You just gave the spoiler away. Damn it. He's supposed to. Thomas is supposed to work his way into that. Like, do the songs. We all give our opinions.
Well,
then
I'm
he
the
tells
one
a
that
reason
thinks
to
that- I'm
it.
the one that thinks more than a lot of people around here. I didn't care for either one, to tell you the truth, and I didn't really hear them because I didn't care for them. I give them both nays.
No, Phil, tell us how you really feel.
Get stuck in
I
your
can't say it on the air
brain.
because it's FCC. And I don't want the station to get
Because
fined.
Phil Burns thought the songs were lame.
Well, they were.
You know what I want? I want Phil Burns to do a rendition of The Night Before Christmas, but with all his ad libs of things he wants to.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
no, you
Yes,
don't.
I do.
No,
The night before Fremont.
I will pay money for that.
no, see.
In,
why would I-
in
why
a
would
comfy
I-
chair in
I-
front of a fireplace with a Santa hat
I
on,
went to the chicken
big
ranch
book.
for his
He
birthday.
reads it, but he puts
And I
in his
stayed sober
own
that whole day.
opinions
In the big
of it
book.
every as he goes.
Oh no! I don't give negative opinions about anything.
Again, I want to see this.
Never. No.
I'm gonna start a
I am one of the-
Kickstarter. I'm gonna start a Kickstarter to get
I
money
am one of the
involved.
I am one of the most positive people around.
Like I said, I'm gonna get a Kickstarter. We're gonna get money involved in this. Put it out as a Christmas
I mean,
thing.
Phil, if we're talking about a couple $100,000, yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Phil.
How much of this money will I see?
It's gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna give you a percentage, and trust me, this is gonna make a
I
lot of
want
money.
at least
About
50.
as much as that guy got for finding the dog.
This is
I
this.
want at least 50%, at least.
You're gonna make Mark Hamill money, okay? You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Does that mean I got to
Jim-
do 6 movies?
Jim Barry looked at me in agreement when you were like, "Oh, Phil, you were like, oh yeah, I'm the most happiest, positive person," and I'm
I
getting
didn't say
you some
happiest.
side eye.
Wait. I never
Jim
said happy.
Barry's like,
I
Jim
never-
Barry's like, yeah, he deserved that side eye.
I did not say happiest. I just said most positive. Don't give me that side-eye crap.
Positively angry.
I'm
Okay,
never
well-
angry.
I'm
one of
currently
the
live
most
streaming
calmest
someplace, so
people
I
you've
can't
ever
like pull out my Diana Ross side eye pictures where she just like.
Anyway, so
So yeah, Hunter Biden wants to honor the subpoena that Jim Jordan did not honor, but he wants a public hearing,
yeah.
and they want to do behind closed doors.
you know what the
and-
best part about all this? Both Fox and Newsmax are telling James Comer, like, why aren't you just going to give him a public hearing? Like, Fox News is calling James Comer out on this. And he doesn't know what to do because he's so used to having them all agree with him, and they're not.
I mean,
Because it's
I
just
for
the
one.
stupid. It's literally the stupidest thing that they could.
Well,
do.
see, the thing is that Comer has stuff that he did too.
Yeah.
that is shady.
Well, because he's an idiot, and
Yeah,
he
well,
never
that's true.
he didn't think through like, oh, they're gonna look at my record.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I for one want it to be a public trial for a lot of reasons.
Well, it's a hearing. It's not a trial.
Hearing, whatever. But all I know is, because everyone, I mean, I have a lot of conservative relatives, and they always are like, well, what about Hunter Biden? And every time somebody tells me a new piece of information about Hunter Biden, he just sounds cooler and cooler. Like, he's smoking crack and he's jerking off on camera. What a cool guy. This guy's got, he's smoking crack, he's
got
driving.
it. As we've seen in Congress, he has a giant dick.
He does. He does. I mean, if I had that dick, I'd show it off all the time.
As Marjorie Taylor Greene showed, like, look, Hunter Biden having sex with a really hot chick, and I'm thinking,
Rad.
and I mean,
So cool. Where's
But
Hunter
nobody
Biden so I can
showed-
high
but
five
The
him?
thing is, nobody showed Margie wiping the corners of the drool from the corners of her mouth.
Well, she has been lonely for a while. Her husband did leave her because eventually he sobered up. But I mean,
She seems like she's on enough amphetamines.
Well,
I don't think she drools.
I wonder why he left.
Well,
but-
no, she's dating someone now. She's dating a TV personality.
but he's from Europe and everything. You don't know him. You've never seen him or anything. But I met him
He
online.
goes to a different school.
like the
Jim Brady.
who is the GOP candidate for president that just dropped out. He finally showed this white woman as his girlfriend. Scott.
Anyway.
Scott?
Look. The main thing about this case does scare me because
Which one?
Hunter Biden is in trouble for. I guess one of the things is he lent money for a truck and paid it back.
Yeah.
And just recently, my dad lent me money to buy a car. So now I'm wondering, oh no, are they going to bring me in for conspiring with the Chinese government?
Yeah.
I'm scared here. Really? No, I'm really worried about this now.
Unfortunately, there are cops outside. They're waiting.
But you didn't
This
have,
is all a ruse.
but you didn't have business dealings with people in.
But I
Ukraine.
borrowed money from my dad for a car,
But you
which
didn't
is
pay
the
it
same
back.
thing. Oh, wait, it wasn't a truck. Is that the thing,
by
right?
the way-
Yeah, it's a truck.
By the way, and all of this is provable with like literal like check stubs. Like
Yeah.
his dad helped him out.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's still conspiring with the Chinese. That's what
Well,
James Comer told us,
And-
or at least he tried to allude to anyway.
But
Like
also-
Porky Pig in a way.
Now, Jim Barry,
Hunter Biden isn't going to lie about anything.
got nothing to lie
He's
about.
put out so much information about himself.
We know what his
He has
penis looks
no
like at this
secrets.
point.
And
yeah,
not just verbally.
Oh yeah, very visual.
Yeah.
yeah. So like James Comer. So let's talk about the shell companies that you have
Exactly.
have had owe money. Let's talk about that.
And that's when James Comer turns into Porky Pig.
I think the funniest thing about that was they were having some kind of they were being interviewed in a hallway, and Comer got done talking, and all of a sudden you hear MGT pipe in about some BS, and Jim Jordan just shut it all down. We're done. Which was hilarious.
Which, by the way, I do love the irony of Jim Jordan saying he's defying a subpoena. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jim, have you looked in the mirror lately?
So, by the way, bring it all back down to it. Like, so the Republicans are going to do this in election year, crucifying the president's son,
Who has no political influence.
Who has no political on the air. They're going to crucify him. That's really going to help them.
Right.
Is it? Yeah, that's going to help them.
And the other thing is everything they're going after Joe Biden about.
I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
And then during all of this happening, Trump is getting convicted because he's going to get convicted. He has 4 cases. At least there's going to be at least one conviction. Because Jack Smith was like, okay, let's just short circuit this. We're just going to go directly to the Supreme Court, decide these 2 things. And the Supreme Court hates Trump. They're like, we're here.
Yeah, they haven't been.
What do we owe to you? Nothing. So
yeah, because they already went back against him on
multiple
things. So I'm like, yeah.
The only vote for Trump has been Clarence Thomas, and that's its own thing.
Yeah. Sorry, you say Clarence Thomas. I think you meant to say Jenny Thomas, who
Yeah.
basically put her hand up his you-know-what and
Yeah,
moved his
no,
lips. Anyway, yeah, and the funny part is he's doing Trump's idea is to drag it out. That's always been his thing. Like, he's never won a court case, but he's good at dragging it out. That's why, like, Jack Smith, he's like, yeah, we're not going to drag it out. We're just going to go right here.
Yeah.
That's why he's so upset. It's like, wait a minute.
He never thought about that. But then again, he can't pay for good lawyers, so no one ever thought about that.
Oh, he's got
I mean, considering
He
that
can't get good lawyers.
he can't get good lawyers because they're like, no, they forgot to mark that he needs a jury. He wants a jury trial. You got to tell us that.
Yeah, that's what MAGA means now. It means make attorneys get attorneys.
And funny enough, if you watch the Legal Eagles on YouTube, his current fraud lawyer, because Trump chose not to testify in the fraud case. I believe it ended Wednesday.
Yeah, genius move.
His lawyer, Alina Habba, might actually get this board because there was a waitress in a New Jersey golf club working, and her manager sexually harassed her to the point of blatant quid pro quo. If you want this job, you sleep with me. She slept with him a couple times, and then at some point she's like, no, stop. She filed a complaint. Other people filed a complaint. Nothing was done. She then hired a lawyer, was suing the Trump. Alina Habba then befriended her and said, oh, yeah, I'm a lawyer. I can be a neutral party. Convinced this woman to fire her lawyer, let Alina Habba represent her, and then the waitress won the case for $15,000. We need a couple zeros added to that, considering
At
she
least.
had to sleep with the guy and testify. And now Alina Habba works for Trump.
Yep.
So was this her like, hey, here's my audition tape?
At this point,
think
anyone that represent Trump, I already figured out. Yeah, they're a bad lawyer.
Bad
I've
lawyer,
seen
bad
this story
lawyer.
before.
What was it, Jeff Tiedrich on Substack? He said that all of Trump's lawyers are parking lot accident lawyers.
They need lawyers themselves. Have you
exactly.
seen that track record? Because
Oh, I
at this
know.
point, if I'm a lawyer and he calls me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't really want to go to court.
How many lawyers quit that he tried to hire?
And how many of his lawyers are actively we just talked about Giuliani earlier.
Look at the,
We're at the 2021 level. Those lawyers from there are either have been fired or are
Disbarred.
or in disbarment.
In disbarment.
disbarment. It's only the ones he's hired since 2022.
Okay, that's
right.
right.
And he
But-
got all of those from billboards.
Probably, but it's 6:30.
All right, 6:30. We're going through the Rolling Stone top 200 best singers of all time. We're up to number 165. That means we've had 35 episodes this year. Yay! Woo! Out of 52 weeks, that's not too bad. We did good. It got to Billboard number 10. It was his biggest hit. It's Ronnie James Dio was the Rolling Stone number 165 best singers of all time. He actually started in the 60s, worked with Black Sabbath. He's a metal singer, and his number 10 hit in, I don't know the year, 84, 85, was The Last in Line by Dio.
We're left without
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680, Q4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Q4 Radio.
And that was Ronnie James Dio and his band Dio with their, I think, 1905 Billboard number 10 hit. Usually I wrote down the year. I didn't this time. I'm sorry. But I think it's 85. The Last in Line by the band Dio. Because he's Rolling Stone's number 165 best singers of all time. He's got a good voice. I'm not really into heavy metal, so as long as Ozzy Osbourne shows up at some point, I'm going to say heavy metal was represented, and we'll move on. I'm going to give it a yay, because at some point I did either A, enjoyed the video, or enjoyed the song. I think it's more of the video. The kids from, I think it's the kid from Voyagers that was the time travel show with shirtless John Eric Hexum. Was a part of my youth. It really was. And he was growing up looking very nice. But the video's silly, and it's before Star Trek, The Next Generation, and before Hellraiser. But I think everyone in that production watched this video. It was like, oh, we can borrow from this. One would say, oh, the Borg's based off Deathlock. It's like, no, Deathlock wore bright red and blue pants. Like, no, this color palette.
I want to actually say, I think I've watched a documentary, and I want to say Dio was mentioned.
Dio was mentioned. Oh, right. So I'm giving it a yay. We're moving on. I'm not into heavy metal. I probably won't explore his stuff, but I didn't hate that. Mikey Chip, yay, nay, meh.
This is the definition of butt rock.
It's the last in line.
Which has its place. I don't like butt rock, but I appreciate the song, so I'll give it a yay. But I really don't like this kind of music, but the video was hilarious. Because that was 1984 hilarious. Was it 84 or 83?
84.
Oh, 84, you looked
84,
it up.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was 1984 hilarious. I got that, and also a little bit of futuristic Conan the Barbarian.
I always wonder, and I hate to say this, like
plus Pink Floyd's the Wall, because they were doing that.
Watching like heavy metal videos or like the thrash metal or even some early gangster rap, like there's always this small vibe of camp there that I don't know if they meant to have there, but some of those Glenn Danzig videos, like, look, I'm sacrificing a chicken over her. It's like, look, the woman is so stoned out of her mind, she doesn't notice. All right, Jeff Hawks. Yay, nay, man.
All right, one, I used to work, the first job I ever had was a pizza delivery boy with my little motor scooter, and they made us wear a vest just like that. So I was like, that is so on the nose. But also the music video, what they filmed, if you've ever watched USA Up All Night, you have seen this movie probably 5 or 6 times in some degree. But still, that's what a music video is supposed to do. That's good. That's awesome. It rocks. It pops. The song itself, also good. You can't go wrong with Ronnie Dio. You just can't. It's great. I think he did a song for the movie Heavy Metal, if I remember correctly. It's one of my favorite movies as well, and that song always pops in my head. So I'm going to give it a yay, and I'm giving the music video definitely a yay.
A big yay.
He didn't do, if you're talking about heavy metal, the animated,
Yeah.
he didn't do any.
Oh, he didn't? Oh.
No. I used to have
It's
the
it's
album.
that kind of energy, though. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Butt
I can
rock.
see that.
It's butt rock.
And he started in the 60s, so his Wikipedia is really interesting. I just chose not to read it. Jim Berry, yay, nay, meh. Dio, last in line.
I'd give it a yay. Yeah, it reminds. It's I've never heard butt rock, but it did. It's like hair metal. Would it be called that?
I think butt rock and hair metal are different.
Interchangeable?
It's the
Yeah.
amount of hairspray and eyeshadow.
Yeah,
I
'cause
see,
even
okay.
I'm going to admit.
It reminded me like the Scorpions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is heavy metal butt rock.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Like Winger and all that, yeah.
Poison and Winger are hair metal.
Okay,
Because they're too pretty and they weren't particularly.
Yeah, Butt
good.
Rock is definitely very ununattrative singer.
I mean, yeah, this whole music video did look like some weird trippy episode of Star Trek. The lead singer and guitarist definitely looks like a Ferengi, and there was a lot of Borg shit going on. Yeah,
He looked like a Ferengi without makeup.
yeah, which is horrifying.
I noticed like the guy who chokes the kid at the end, like they gave him really bad like metal teeth because if they hadn't, then the band would have had the worst teeth in the video.
Plus, to let you know how 80s it is, they're playing video games and being tortured at the same time. I'm like,
But
I've been to Aladdin's Castle. It's not that bad.
but the video games are Pac-Man.
I know. They're a rip-off of Pac-Man.
Yeah,
but
some
Yeah.
Pac-Man-esque game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if
I mean,
you
it was good
lost, you
though.
die.
I liked it. Yeah, resistance to those riffs is futile, I would say.
At some point when I
Nice.
I let go of my inner hair metal, heavy metal butt rock person I was rocking and shaking my head, I realized there was some geeky looking guy in glasses like myself on the video, forced to listen and shake his head. It was too much for him. So that's when I stopped. I'm thankful that y'all didn't call me out on that. Phil Burns.
Well, now that you mention it, no, I'm kidding.
Yes, everyone pictures me listening to Dio. Everyone.
I'm trying to
thinks,
picture
oh,
you with
Tom-
long hair, headbanging to it.
Oh no, he had very long hair.
Yeah.
So did
there's
I
this-
too. It's sad, isn't it, Thomas? Isn't it
Yes,
sad?
Yes. I do miss my mane.
All right, I'm on my way.
Phil is older than us and has more hair on his head than me and you combined.
I one time had a roommate move out, and he left behind his like hair dryer, curling iron, and like hair gel. And I'm like, I'm going to take this one personally.
Yeah, you should.
I'm going to
Should
take.
have,
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, right here.
So,
yeah.
Phil Burns, with your nice hair, how'd you feel about The Last in Line by Dio?
I give it a meh.
You give it a
I give-
man.
Yeah. I didn't really pay attention to it. I was reading about Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift.
Wait, that happened?
I have a huge moment of heterosexuality on this show, and you're looking up Taylor Swift? Who's infecting who now?
Wait. They're actually engaged now?
Well, he wants to get her a diamond ring, but he asked her father. He asked her father first.
Oh.
He's going traditional.
What, on Twitter?
In person. Come on, he's a millionaire.
At Taylor Swift dad.
Yeah. I mean, that shows, but you know what? That shows class. That shows
I
class.
mean, yeah,
does.
but
You know,
they've only been. I mean, they've been dating for so long. Like what?
since the beginning of football season.
Yeah, exactly.
The beginning
He's
of
got a
September.
year before there's some songs about him.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, I give the song a meh. It was okay to listen to.
Yeah, because you've heard
I-
this music before. You grew
I-
up in his
I
era.
didn't-
Phil, you were not a headbanger when you were in
Nope.
the 80s? No.
No. I did not. I was not into music.
I was not into music general.
Big podcast guy back then?
They did do a what? A what? A what?
I like
had
dead
those
air. I
days.
don't want to hear
Talk
anything.
AM radio?
Oh, I listen to music on the radio, but I wasn't into music.
He wasn't into music.
Okay, moving on.
Well, I'm glad that the Swifties will have something to talk about because Taylor Swift's future fiance kept it so well hid and didn't announce his business or her business to the world. That's such a loving family.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if Phil knows they're engaged, then yeah, the cat's
And
out
we
of the bag.
We did it. All right.
Well, I was clearing up. I was clearing out
All right.
my internet
Yeah,
search.
well,
You don't have to justify it to us.
Yeah.
Notice it.
We're moving on.
All right, so we're going back to Phil's first year of having a child, 1950.
Excuse me?
It was a number 36 Billboard hit. Celebrating Christmas, here we have Mele Kaliki Maka by Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night.
Melikilikimaka is a wise way
To say Merry Christmas to you. Melikilikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright.
The sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilikimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas.
A very Merry Christmas.
A very, very Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
You are listening to Bottoms of the Barrel live on Que4 Radio. Bottoms of the Barrel airs live every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on AM 1680. Que4.org, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. Search for Que4 Radio.
And that was Melikilikimaka by Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. Went to number 36 on Billboard in 1950. The songwriter, and I should have written it down, I apologize. He came up with the concept because someone said, like, why is there no Hawaiian Christmas songs? And Hawaii was currently a territory. They didn't become a state, I think, until 59.
Right.
Correct.
And uniquely enough, with the Hawaiian alphabet, there's no R's or S's. So he had to come up with a word for Christmas, and he came up with Melikilikimaka. Played it for Bing Crosby. He instantly is like, I love it, mine. Been covered many times. It's a Christmas song, so don't play this in June or July, but as a Christmas song, I don't get sick of this one. This one's fine. Once a year, it's great to hear. I ended up finding it by, when I was in San Francisco in 2014, I bought a lot of CDs, mixed CDs by the San Francisco record store Rookie Ricardo's Records. Apparently, they've been open for 30 years. And one of the CDs they sold me didn't work after a certain number, and I reached out to them like, hey, how are you? It doesn't work. So they sent me another copy and included a Christmas album, which has become Mikey Chips and mine one of our favorite Christmas albums because it's just a wide variety of unique Christmas. And R. Alex Anderson is the writer of Melikilikimaka. So it's a quick yay. Love this. Mikey Chip.
Well, we're going to have to do a Hawaii Christmas Day one of these years.
In July.
No, on Christmas Day. I would love to wake up at Waikiki, open our window. I'm like, and there's the ocean. I am going to go down and have a Mai Tai with my breakfast and enjoy the day.
I one time worked at an office, and we did a Hawaiian theme. And then I brought in my Christmas stockings from when I worked in the sex shop. So there are these high-heeled Christmas stockings, and then everyone was like, so you're having a Hawaiian S&M vibe? And the answer is yes. Yes, we are.
So yay.
So Mikey's Chips, yay. Jeff Hawks, you're saying yay.
Yeah, because, I mean, every human being on the planet has seen the Christmas vacation. That's what this song's from. It's definitely a yay. Love it. It's awesome. It's upbeat. Yeah.
Jim Barry, I saw you singing along. Yay, day, man.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, great Christmas story, Christmas vacation. I mean, some of the first boobs I got to see on the television. So, it's a lot of fun
Almost
memories.
boobs.
Almost boobs. But when you're 6 years old, that's good
I
enough.
know, dude. It's like side boobs. She's holding.
So, yeah, pretty exciting all around. Yeah, it's definitely a yay.
And Phil Burns. Now, I
Yes,
think
son?
this was played at
Son?
your wedding?
Well, he said the first kid I had was 1950.
I think he meant 1850.
I look good for 72.
I just now realized I insulted both of you at the same time. Bravo! No, moving on.
I give it a yay. I give it a yay. Yes.
Yes.
And I remember when I was working at USG, I think it was Christmas. We actually did a. It was really cold out. It was December, and they wanted us to have a wear. What do you call them? Hawaiian. It was Hawaiian Shirt Day. Where it's like, it's 20 degrees out.
No one's going to see it. It's Chicago.
They can't tell the difference. Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
But I give it a yay. I enjoyed this. Yeah.
And by the way, it's actually nice
And I never
that
saw
it's
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it's nice it's a Christmas vacation because that's actually a Chicago Christmas story.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, Jeff Hawks, you and I, along with Jim Barry, we're going to be hitting some open mics this Wednesday. We're going to a Trace and some other place, so we'll get up messages. I think I might have your number, Jim, and we'll go from there. And then, Jim Barry, people can find you on, what's that website called?
Instagram. Instagram.com.
It's what the kids call Instagram.
It is indeed. It's an instant photo that you can have on your phone. At Jim Dingleberry.
Jim Dingleberry.
Yes,
Now,
not to be confused with my drug dealer who also has Instagram, but that's a totally different thing. Moving on.
That's Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
all right, let's get into our apologies.
You're overstating, pontificating the meaning of your life, my friend. I'll tell you one thing, but not for nothing. We're all waiting for the world end.
This has been Bottoms of the Barrel on Que4 Radio, AM 1680, Q4.org. We have been joined, I've been your host, Thomas Bottoms, with my partner in crime, Mikey Chip, joined by Phil Burns, Jeff Hawks, and Jim Barry. And you can see us all this coming Wednesday, heading the open mics. This episode, we listened to Down by Fifth Harmony featuring Gucci Mane. 2 Mez, 3 Nays, and I don't think any of us could sing any part of that song right now. We then listened to All I Need Is a Miracle by Mike and the Mechanics, a yay minus, a yay, a meh, and 2 nays. We then followed that up with Glory Box by Portishead, Give Me a Reason to Love You. I Just Want to Be a Woman, as she sings about a glory box. We all loved it, 5 yays. We then did our cover wars of Hunter Gets Captured by the Game, Marvelettes versus Blondie. Most people lean towards the Blondie, but no one liked the song. Last in line, Rolling Stone, Ronnie James Dio, number 165 on Greatest Singers of All Time. 4 yays and a meh. The older man felt that heavy metal music was too loud for his old years. Then Mele Kaliki Maka by Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters. We all loved it. We apologize for dingleberries. Wiping will not solve the problem. Take a shower. We apologize for Iowa. Whether they are idiots out wandering around, Cedar Rapids won't let you down. Yes, it will. Or you're somewhere in West Des Moines. We apologize for the Spice Girls. You may have had Fifth Harmony, but neither did they. We apologize for corporate pop. Yeah, one day those checks will cash out. Get your money now. We apologize for paraplegic hookers on Fremont Street. Darn that gentrification. Those people needed work. We apologize for Rudy Giuliani hair dye. Was it one of those like colored shampoo things and he just forgot to rinse? We apologize for Reagan-era politics or Thatcher politics. But don't trust the Chinese and somehow rich people will save us and give us money. Not true. Not true. We apologize for British people don't look normal. No, they do. They just look very white and they haven't been integrated. We apologize for leaving Las Vegas. A happy film because if you're in Las Vegas, you definitely want to drink all the time, see hoes, and then leave town.
Thanks, Phil.
We apologize for Advent calendar. One piece of chocolate a day is not enough. You have to eat it like M&Ms. We apologize conceived to the Macarena. Hey, Macarena. All right. I guess that would help you get new positions. Or being conceived to afternoon delight and you will never want to go near a river with fish. We apologize for MT Marguerite Taylor Greene's divorce. At least she had it twice. And we apologize for bad teeth at Butt Rock. Yeah. Everyone have a happy holiday. We will be out of town. We are coming back on the 30th. Going to do a nasty year in review. And next time you leave your house, be a decent person. Mele Kalikimaka. Bye.